John chapter 1, verse 14. And the word was made flesh. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. I love one particular translation. It says, the word became flesh and dwelt in our neighborhood. Now, when God gives you a revelation about what you are going through, and so he gives you a word. Now, that revelation that you have seen the end before the beginning because God showed it to you. God can show to us, and God does show to us how it's going to end. Like for me, when I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, I was on the bed of affliction for several months. I was not getting better, even though I was standing in faith. At some point, I asked the Lord if I was going to die. I'm like, okay, am I coming home now? And God said to me, when he responded like 2 days later, he said, the number of your days I will fulfill. And so I understood that I was not going to die. But everything around me was looking like I was dying. Okay. So now what he did was he gave me the flesh. He showed to me the flesh. Now I have the word that when applied by faith in the process of time becomes flesh. So when you are praying, you want to have the revelation. You want to know what the Lord is saying concerning that situation. And then that is what you are going to be praying. So you already see the flesh. Now you have the word. And then the word becomes flesh. Prayer answered. Hallelujah. So let me read to you 1 John 5. 1 John 5, verses 14 and 15. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desired of him. And we are sure of this, that he will listen to us whenever we ask him for anything in line with his will. And if we really know he's listening when we talk to him and make our request, then we can be sure that he will answer us. So when you pray, you want to know what is this? What are you saying? And once he tells you what it is, that is the flesh. It's just like you have let me just break this down. You have we have water in gaseous state, in ice state. Okay, let me just use it. Let me just say it this way. Snow, let's say the snow fell. And then you have in that form water in snow form. It's the same thing. Like you have the flesh, you can hold, you can hold the snow. You can hold it and, throw it. But you know that if you leave the snow out there, it's going to melt. And if the weather is still very cold, it's going to freeze and become ice. So now say we pack the snow and put in a jar and leave it in room temperature for a while. What happens? The snow becomes water. The snow becomes H2O because the snow is H2O. It's just that the temperature made it to be as it was. But in the process of time, there's a disintegration. Just like in the process of time, you put water in a jar and freeze it under certain temperature. In the process of time, it does what? It becomes solid. But either way, solid, gaseous, liquid. The composition of water is H2O. So when God gives you a promise, He gives you a sure word of revelation, He gives you the rhema concerning that thing you're asking for, you already have the answer. And you're just waiting for, as it were, whether it is for it to become liquid state, or for it to go into becoming solid state, or for it to go into becoming, go into gaseous state. If you put it in the kettle and leave it boiling, leave the water there boiling, it will evaporate. It will become steam. It's still H2O in steam form. When you understand these things, I really hope you're getting what I'm dishing out.